Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam. It is the continuation of our playlist. If you did not check out our first series, please do check. Let's get started. Question number 26. AWS allows user to manage the resources using a web-based user interface. What is the name of this interface? Options are AWS CLI, AWS API, AWS SDK, AWS Management Console. So the correct answer is AWS Management Console. It is a web-based graphical interface that allows user to manage the AWS resources easily. Question number 27. Which of the following is an example of horizontal scaling in the AWS cloud? Options A. Replacing an existing EC2 with the larger, more powerful one. Option B. Increasing the compute capacity of a single EC2 instance to address the growing demand of an application. Option C. Adding more RAM capacity to an EC2 instance. Option D. Adding more EC2 instances of the same size to handle an increase in traffic. The correct answer is option D. Adding more EC2 instances of the same size to handle an increase in traffic. Question number 28. You have noticed that several critical Amazon EC2 instances have been terminated. Which of the following AWS service would help you to determine who took this action? Options are option A, Amazon Inspector, option B, AWS Cloud Trail, option C, AWS Trusted Advisor, option D, EC2 Instance Usage Report. So the correct answer is AWS Cloud Trail. If you want to check the reason why others are incorrect, you can go through these incorrect ones. Moving into question number 29. Which of the following options are related to the reliability of AWS? We need to choose any two options. Option A, applying the principle of least privilege to all AWS resources. Option B, automatically provisioning new resources to meet the demand. Option C, all AWS services are considered global services and this design helps customers to serve their international users. Option D, providing compensation to customers if issues occurs. Option E, ability to recover quickly from failure. So we need to select any two from this one. Yeah, the correct answers are automatically provisioning new resources to meet the demand and ability to recover quickly from the failures. Moving into question number 30. Which statement is true regarding AWS shared responsibility model? Options are option A. Responsibilities vary depending on the services used. Option B. Security of the IaaS services is the responsibility of AWS. Option C. Patching the guest operating system guest OS is always the responsibility of AWS. Option D. Security of the managed services is the responsibility of the customer. You need to select which one is true. So the correct answer is responsibilities that will vary depending on the services that will be used by the user. So few will be AWS share and few will be customer. That is depending on the responsibilities. Question number 31. You have a setup considered billing for several AWS accounts. One of the accounts has purchased a number of reserved instances for 3 years. Which of the following is true regarding this scenario? Option A. The reserved instance discounts can only be shared with the master account. Option B. All account can receive the hourly cost benefit of the reserved instances. Option C. The purchased instances will have better performance than on-demand instances. Option D. There are no cost benefit from using consolidated billing. It is for information purposes only. So the correct answer regarding this one is all accounts can receive the hourly benefit of the reserved instances. So reserved instance is the correct answer. Moving into question number 32. A company has developed an e-commerce web application in AWS. What should they do to ensure that the application has the highest level of availability? Option A. Deploy the application across multiple availability zones and edge locations. Option B. Deploy the application across multiple availability zone and subnets. Option C. Deploy the application across multiple regions and availability zones. Option D. Deploy the application over multiple VPCs and subnets. So the correct answer is deploy the application across multiple regions and the availability zones. Moving into question number 33. What does AWS Snowball provide? You need to choose two options. Option A, built-in computing capabilities that will allow customers to process the data locally. Option B, a catalog of third-party software solutions that customers need to build solutions and to run their businesses. Option C, a hybrid cloud storage between on-premises environment and the AWS cloud. Option D, an exabyte scale data transfer service that will allow you to move extremely large amount of data to the AWS. Option E, secure transfer of large amount of data into and out of the AWS. So we need to choose any two. The correct answers are option A and E. Built-in computing capabilities that allow customers to process the data locally and secure transfer of large amount of data into and out of the AWS. Moving into question number 34. A company has an AWS enterprise support plan. They want quick and efficient guidance with their billing and account inquiries. Which of the following should the company use? Option A, AWS Health Dashboard. Option B, AWS Support Congress Team. Option C, AWS Customer Service Team. Option D, AWS Operations Support Team. So the correct answer is AWS Support Congress. It will provide personal assistance for billing and account inquiries. Question number 35. A Japanese company hosts their application on Amazon EC2 instances. In the Tokyo region, the company has opened new branches in the United States and the US. Users are complaining of high latency. What can the company do to reduce the latency from the user in the US while minimizing the cost? So options A, applying the Amazon Connect latency-based routing policy. Option B, registering a new US domain name to serve the users in the US. Option C, building a new data center in the US and implementing a hybrid model. Option D, deploying new Amazon EC2 instances in a region located in the US. So correct answer is deploying a new EC2 instance in a region which is located in the US. Question number 36. An organization has a large number of technical employees who operate their AWS cloud infrastructure. What does AWS provide to help organize them into teams and then assign the appropriate permission for each team? So options are option A, IAM roles. Option B, IAM users. Option C, IAM user group. Option D, AWS organization. So the correct answer is IAM user groups. Question number 37. A company has decided to migrate its Oracle database to AWS. Which AWS service can help achieve this without negatively impacting the functionality of the source database? Option A, AWS OpsWorks. Option B, AWS Database Migration Service. Option C, AWS Server Migration Service. Option D, AWS Application Discovery Service. Correct answer is AWS Database Migration Service. Question number 38. Adjusting compute capacity dynamically to reduce the cost is an implementation of which AWS cloud best practices? Option A, build security in every layer. Option B, parallelize tasks. Option C, implement elasticity. Option D, adopt monolithic architecture. So the correct answer is implementing the elasticity. The correct one. Question number 39. What are the benefits of having infrastructure hosted in AWS? We need to choose two options. Option A, increasing speed and agility. Option B, there is no need to worry about the security. Option C, gaining complete control over the physical infrastructure. Option D, operating applications on behalf of the customers. Option E, all of the physical security and most of the data or security, network security are taken care for you. So the correct answer is increasing the speed and agility, and all of the physical security and most of the data or network security are taken care for you. Question number 40. What is the advantage of the AWS recommended practice of decoupling the applications? Option A, allows treating an application as a single cohesive unit. Option B, reduces interdependencies so that failures do not impact other components of the application. Option C, allows updates of any monolithic application quickly and easily. Option D, allows tracking of an API call made to any AWS service. So the correct answer is reduces the interdependency so that the failures do not impact other components of our application. This is the correct one. Question 41. Which of the following helps a customer view the Amazon EC2 billing activity for the past month? Option A, AWS budget. Option B, AWS pricing calculator. Option C, AWS system manager. Option D, AWS cost and usage report. The correct answer is AWS cost and usage report. Question 42. What do you gain from setting up consolidated billing for 5 different AWS accounts under another master account? Option A, AWS services cost will be reduced to half of the original price. Option B, the consolidated billing feature is just for organizational purpose. Option C, each AWS account gets volume discount. Option D, each AWS account gets 5 times the pre-tier services capacity. So the correct answer is each AWS account gets volume discounts. Question 43. What should you do in order to keep the data on EBS volumes safe? We need to choose the two options. Option A, regularly update the firmware on EBS devices. Option B, create EBS snapshots. Option C, ensure that EBS data is encrypted at rest. Option D, store a backup data daily in an external drive. Option E, prevent any unauthorized access to the AWS data center. So correct options are create EBS snapshots for backups and ensure that EBS data is encrypted at rest for security encryption. Question 44. One of the most important AWS best practices to follow is the cloud architecture principle of elasticity, right? How does this principle improve your architectural design? Option A, by automatically scaling your on-premises resources based on changes in demand. Option B, by automatically scaling your AWS resources using an elastic load balancer. Option C, by reducing interdependencies between application components wherever as possible. Option D, by automatically provisioning the required AWS resources based on changes in demand. So the correct answer is last one, by automatically provisioning the required AWS resources based on the changes in demand. Whenever we need more resources, it will provide more elasticity features will be there based on the demand. Question number 45. A startup company is operating on limited funds and is extremely concerned about cost overruns. Which of the following option can be used to notify the company when their monthly AWS bill exceeds $2,000? You need to choose two options. Option A, set up a CloudWatch billing alarm that triggers an SMS notification when the threshold is exceeded. Option B, configure the Amazon simple email service to send billing alerts to their email address on a daily basis. Option C, configure the AWS budget service to alert the company when the threshold is exceeded. Option D, configure the AWS Cloud Trial to automatically delete all the resources when the threshold is exceeded. Option E, configure the Amazon Connect service to alert the company when the threshold is exceeded. Correct answer are A and C. Setting the CloudWatch billing alarm to trigger the SMS notification when the threshold is exceeded, and configure the AWS budget service that will also send the alert to the company when the threshold is exceeded. So, question number 46. What does Amazon CloudFront use to distribute the content to global users with low latency? Option A, AWS Global Accelerator. Option B, AWS Regions. Option C, AWS Edge Location. Option D, AWS Availability Zone. The correct answer is AWS Edge Location, used for content delivery across the globe. Question 47. What does the principle of least privilege refers to? Option A, you should grant your users only the permission they need when they need them and nothing more. Option B, all IAM users should have at least the necessary permission to access the core AWS services. Option C, all trusted IAM users should have access to any AWS service irrespective of their AWS account. Option D, IAM users should not be granted any permission to keep your account safe. The correct answer is you should grant your users only the permission that they require. to do the basic operations. That's it, and nothing more. Question 48. Which of the following does not belong to the AWS cloud computing models? Option A, platform as a service, PaaS, infrastructure as a service, software as a service. Option D, networking as a service. It does not belong to the AWS cloud computing model. Answer is networking as a service, NAAS. It is not a part of AWS cloud computing model. Question 49. The identification process of an online financial services company requires that new users must complete an online interview with their security team. The completed recorded interviews are only required in the event of a legal issue or a regulatory compliance breach. What is the most effective, cost-effective service to store the recorded videos? Option A, S3 Intelligence Tiering. Option B, AWS Marketplace. Option C, Amazon S3 Glacier Deep Archive. And option D, Amazon EVS. So the correct answer is Amazon S3 Glacier Deep Archive. Question 50. Which service provides DNS in the AWS cloud? Option A, Route 53. Option B, AWS Config. Option C, Amazon CloudFront. Option D, Amazon EMR. So the correct answer is Route 53. Thank you so much. Please do subscribe our channel and hit the like button. Share it with your friends. Watch all the videos of our playlist to increase the chance of getting selected. Thank you so much.